Hey everyone, in this video we're going to build a CRUD operation for um, two services that we're going to deploy to ECS. So one service will be an Angular service, and the other one would be a .NET service, and this one will save and perform CRUD operation to an RDS that is running Postgres. All right, so without further ado, let's go to the front end. So we continue the RDS2 folder, so that will have all of the like provisioning. We don't have to do anything in the back end there, and we only need to provision the Angular side. So this one here will create a new application. So let's call this RDS2 web, and this will, what's this? What is all of this? Right, so it will be creating that, and yeah, that's the plan. And let's go back to the RDS2, the back end. So go to the provisioning. Let's clean this up. Parking BFF. Yeah, should name it parking also. Um, we'll delete this. RF RDS2 web. So it's a new parking web. All right. So wait for it till it completes. But this one here, our backend, pretty much it's already ready. Um, so go to the provision, PowerShell. Yeah, so all of them are ready. So let's see what are the things that we need to copy for our if we deploy another service. Can we use all of the parameters here? Like for example, if we are going to create a task definition um, for our Angular, so we don't need to create a cluster if we do this first. For the load balancer, we want to create another load balancer, and the load balancer will be like specific to the Angular app that we're going to create. And for the listener, this one is the for listener or the target group. Yeah, it will have a target group of its own, but we'll have to create another name for it. And then for the listener, this listener will be referencing to this target group. For the task definition, we want to create its task definition. The task definition will be an ACR referencing the web. The logs, yeah, we want to use the logs also. But we might want to add another prefix here. So maybe add a like a web prefix. So that's pretty much it. Go to provision. Go here. Yeah, we also need to update this. So it's already done. Let's go to the parking web. All right, and then go here. Just remove this. Install. Install. Okay, and then we want to start building the thing. So ng, what's it? All right, ng generate component pages dashboard standalone. And then we want to here cars, right? Cars. Is it cars? No, we want to create a new one. Cars booking. What is it? Parking. Spot. Parking spot. Or maybe spots. Spots. Okay, so spots. So this spots is the one that we're going to perform a CRUD operation. So go to our route here. Oops. Path is this one. Then load component. Pages. Dashboard component. Then dashboard component, and then path is spots, then load component, pages, spots component. Alright, so go to the spots component, and this one is where we want to get the list of spots, add spots, and delete spots. So what we want is we want to create a table here, t head, tr, td, and also here t body, tr, td. Okay, and then let's put here the id, then spot name, and available slots. Is it the name of the slots, or is it the wrong spelling? Slot meaning allocated place. Yeah, so like that, and then we want to update this one here, slots, and then go here. We are going to create a service, and you generate service, go to services, then slots. Oops. Slot service, and this one we are going to include a HTTP client module, and this one will be imported. Import from Angular common HTTP. Here would be HTTP client module, and then here we want to private HTTP client, and then this is where we want to get, return, HTTP get, and then we want to create the model. So let's close this one, and then create the model, and the model will be spot dot model.ts, and this one here will be export interface spot, and then id would be number, and then is it name is a string, and available slots, maybe slots is a number. So okay, name I didn't, or maybe id spot id, or just name. This is just a sample. So name slots, or should we use capital letter here? Name, then slots. Okay, so and go to our service, and then this is where we want to have it as an environment variable. So let's go and generate environments, and then in the environments let us put the API here, and then this one here will also be the API, and then in our slots environment dot API, and this one should be using the environment only, and then yeah, so this is for the get get list. So one is create, other one is update, one is delete, id number. So this one here is a delete. You pass in the id. Yeah, so we want to have here is spots. So that is our API spots. Okay, and this one here also API spots, API spots, API spots. So this is get, this should be post, and this one here is the spot, then spot, then here is the spot, and up for the update, up the HTTP the put, the same, it will be the spot in here, spot, then spot. All right. We can use an upsert here. Upsert. Yeah, upsert. Just use upsert. But yeah, we want to have it as a different. Yeah, I'll just use update and create here. All right. So that's it. So we want to apply that here. Go to spots. Let's make spots. This is an observable, and this is going to be an observable of spot, of array of spot, and then there's this, or no, we haven't, CTOR, oops, constructor, then private spot service. This one here is spot service. Spot service. Oh, slots. Why is it slots? Should be spot. Oh, what are you doing? This is spot, 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 spot. Yeah, spot. And this one here would be renamed to spot. And this one here also, yes. Anything. Damn. Alright, so we got the application restarted because it hanged. Because we made a mistake here. Should be spots. Should be spot in here also. And this one here would be spot. 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 Okay, so hopefully those are fixed. Are we using it somewhere more? How about slot? How about slot service? No more, right? Alright, so spot, it's now spot service, but our model is spot and we have slots here. Alright, so spot, spot, spot. Here's spots. Okay, so go back to our spots. So here, spots, spots. Okay. So now we want to have a constructor and put private spot service and then spot service, and then this spot service is like that, and then should it be public? Spot service dot, why can't it find it? Hey, what's going on? What is going on? Okay, let's go back. Let's delete this one first, and then let's put a constructor. Should be private spot service, then spot service, and then you're going to have a spots in there, and that is an observable of list of spot, and then it's gonna be this that spot service dot get, should be dot get list. Alright, so okay, because we need to specify here that this is an observable of list of spot. So there you go, and then we're going to have a form. So we want to add here the reactive forms module and also the forms module, and because this is a standalone, right, do we need to add this one here, or no, we can remove all of this here, all of this here. No, we can just, this is the one that we want. We don't want this in the app module, we want this in the standalone. So there you go, and then HTTP forms module, and then reactive forms module. All right, so next is we want to put the private FB here for the form builder, and then for the form here, form group is equals to new, or we can set it like that, or we can set it like that, and then we set this like that. And then this form dot this form is equals to this dot form builder dot group, and then put the name. This is the name. Say it like that. Validators is equals to none. Set validation. Or we can just don't put any validators. So next is slots equals to like that also, so it will be empty, and then we will put a save or a create function. Then we're going to use this dot spot service dot create. Then what we want to create is this dot form dot value. Oh no, we want to map it first. Or no, we can just use that one because our model here. Alright, go to that model. Yeah, it should be capital letter N, and then slots. So I believe that is enough. And then yeah, I'll just put somewhere here like const payload is equals to like that form value, and then ID is equals to 0, or maybe null. Maybe put null. Then payload, and then do we want to like subscribe like that? And see the next result. Console.log result. Okay, and then for the update, we also want to use the update. Where do you want to use the update? Let's just do delete first. ID is set to number, and then this dot delete, then the ID dot subscribe, next result, or no, we don't really have any result for the delete. Do we have a result for the delete? Let's see. Yeah, we have a result because this is an observable of nothing. Okay, so this is the CRUD operation for the Angular side. We still have to create the HTML side. Damn. All right, so let's go and create that HTML side. So what you're gonna do is ng4 here, let spot of spots like that. Then you're gonna display here spot.id, then spot.name, and then spot.slots, right? And then also here we also want to just add a form here, and then the form group is equals to form, that is ngF form, and then let's put here the div, then input text form control name is equals to name, and then this other one is slots. Then we want to have a button here, go create, and then we have a click here for the create, so it will create. And then here, if we want to delete this, we want to have a click here, or not this one, or maybe here, just the button here for the delete, then click, delete, then the spot dot id, and then here we want to add the actions. Okay, so that's it. It will create and it will delete. So here we have a create and then delete. We have a get list here, and the only thing that we are not implementing is the update yet. So now let's go to let's first push this. So now what we want to do next is create the back end. So let's close this and let's open the RDS too. Alright, so go to the back end and let's go to the controllers. We want to create the spots controller.cs and then public class spots controller, and then here is the controller base. This one here is API controller, and then here is route API controller, which is going to be spots. And then let's build a constructor. Alright, for the constructor, want to add the public async task iaction result index, or maybe list, or yeah, or maybe name this get list, and then it's going to be an HTTP get. And this one we also need to add the HTTP post to create, and then we want to add the HTTP put for the update, and then last is we want to add a get delete HTTP delete for the delete function, and this is going to be route ID, and then so it'll be from route int ID. All right, and then next is we want to create the model for the spot dot cs, and then um, copy this entire thing here. So if you guys know about heard about HTMX, so HTMX, if um, that can solve about the issue with this kind of things here, where we have a model. If we do things in C sharp and we do things in Angular, right, at the front end, then on the front end we will have a model for our like domain, like the spot. And then we will replicate that in the back end, the back end for front end. We also, like for the example this one here, we also have its own model here. But if we are going to implement HTMX, this is as far as what I like when I saw some like 2 minutes video about HTMX. Seems like it's you can do things in plain ASP.NET MVC, or you can like render razor pages, and then you can just use HTMX to add functionality like Ajax functionality to your web pages. And I will try to see if what are the things that we can experiment about that later. But for now, um, we are focused on where are we now? We are focused on AWS things. So this is the name. This is name, right? So try to see if we don't want to make a mistake. We don't want to make a mistake here. So go to front end, go to model. So that will definitely increase the productivity. So name ID of the devs, right? So name ID here will be like this ID. Okay, so we got the model. Now we want to go to the config, and we want to add config for spots config spot config, and then for the spot config we just want to replace all of this with spot, right? And then in here spot, then spot. Spot config. Okay. All right. So what else? So next is we will create the migration. So let's go here. If we can create a migration from Visual Studio Code, go to backend, go to parking, then .NET EF migrations added spots. Alright, so it will create a migration for us. Alright, so next is let's check if we have the course enabled here. So we are allowing all migrate. Yeah, everything's good. So let us provision. Let's provision our RDS2. So let's go to the backend again, provisioning. First, let's create the RDS PowerShell create rds.ps1. So it's gonna create the RDS, and I think it will just be the same connection string here. Yeah, because in our provisioning, right, and our create RDS, yeah, it will still be the same. Okay, so that's good. And next is we want to just wait for the RDS to finish. Right, so let's check our RDS here if it's created. Dun, 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 dun. So it's still creating. So once this is created, we will provision. Day. Thank you, Day. Let's wait for our database to be created. Status is creating. I'll just pause so that way you don't have to wait, and then I will um, put this recording back when the database is created. All right, so the database is now available. Let's now provision. Okay, so let's PowerShell provision. Let's check first if we don't have any ECS running. Okay, we're good. Fire in the hole. All right. Let's go here. It's active. We now have one pending task. By the way, I'm eating. So so. I'll pause this one and just unpause this um once we have a one running test. Okay, so we have one running test now. Let's go to the load balancer. Go to the DNS and open up Swagger. Also check for the logs. And we don't have a spot because we didn't push. Damn. Why are you so forgetful? Build and push. You have to push first. Come on. Come on, ride a train. Don't ride it. Come on. Alright, so that is pushed. And what we can do is we'll try to update the service here, and hopefully we'll get a new deployment once this is done. But as you can see here, it's not responding again. Maybe let's just wait for it patiently. So that it will stop and oops. Yeah, we still don't have the spot because the this one here didn't restart update service. Go to logs. So apparently it didn't restart again. Oh, now it's restarting. It's now it doesn't have a task now, so I think it took how many minutes? When you restart, well, you usually gave it around 3 minutes to restart to stop the task, and then it will take another 3 minutes to um, bring back the task up and running. Okay, so let's pause it and let's wait for it to run again. Alright, we're now back. We have one running task, then there should be updated now with spots. Alright, we have now a spots here. So let's try to get spots. Um, hey, aren't we returning anything to our spots? Damn, damn. Alright, so sorry about that. So up DB context. Should CTX is not yet completed. Right, so CDX, or it should be the other way around. It should be like this. It should be here. And then the CDX is equals to CTX for the context, and then wait context spot dot to list async, and then the create. So you want to have it from body, then spot, then yeah, so we want to get first. So if var old spot check is equals to await this one dot spot dot find async spot dot ID if spot check is not equal to null. It's not equal to null. Then return a bad request. Spot already exist, else return okay. Then let's go text spot dot add async spot. Then so await ctx dot save changes async, and then let's put it here spot. And here's the magic thing here. You want to copy that and then go to ChatGPT, right? And then help me make this code more professional. All right. Oh yeah. So okay. So let's just what else here? Yeah, we should have the try catch. Yeah. So let's just copy all of that and then put that in here. What is this new spot? That is the new spot. Then format. Okay, spot find existing spots is not null. Bad request spot already exists, and then you can add then exception status code 500 and error occurred. Yeah. That's good for me. Add a delete method for in the controller for that, please. Yeah, there you go. All right. Thank you. So this is what we want to paste in here. Then format route. All right. Okay, so we got the get. How about this one? All right, so help me make this more professional also, please. Alright, I don't want to do paging for now. Let's just add this thing. Alright, so that's it. We gotta get, we gotta create, and then yeah, why don't we just ask for it? Also, please add the update method as well. Okay, copy that and put that in here. Alright, format, then the updated spot, is, yeah, so this is the from body spot, this updated spot. And then the spot here is this one, then ID. Alright, so this is the name, then avail slots equals to slots. Here, let's see if this is the correct one. Save changes. This is not the way I code this, but yeah, it seems like it's pretty simple. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, and then let us again build and push this. This is a public service announcement. This is how they teach. Vacancy, evacuation protest. Trip to the machinery. Victims of maturity. Still, just wait for it to complete. Alright, so it's now finished uploading. Now what we want to do again, let's update this, and then let's just wait for it to complete. It's now like, let's just put a timer here. Let's give it 10 minutes. I'll just pause this and then let's get back to you when the task is ready again. Alright, so we're back. So we got a running application now, and for our spots, we now got an empty here. And if we want to create a new spot, say here spot 1, available slot is 10. Let's create that, and it's 500. And why? Why is it 500? I don't know why it died. So let's just wait for this to be up again. Let's I'll get back to you when this is up again. Right, so it's back. Let's try to create. So it has created, and if we pull this, now we got a created spot, and the ID is 1. So if we want to delete that, if we put 1 in here, successful, and if we execute this, there should be no more. All right, so if we create that again, the ID would be 2. Okay, so for the put, you want to update that, put 2 in here. Then from spot 1, we want it to be spot 2. Then slot is 100. We update that, it's updated, and now we should have a spot that is 2, a spot 2. Alright, and if we want to add another one, this is 3, and this is, put 7 here, then create. We should now have 2 result. Alright, so now we want to push an Angular application. So before we can push an Angular application, that see here, we just want to um, push that, save that. All right, so let's dockerize our Angular app. Let's open up. Let's open up the front end, and let's go to here, controller data model, right, Docker file. We want to dockerize our front end here, but we want also to have provisioning here, provisioning here folder, and let's add a readme.md, and then yeah, here we want to add a Docker file. And let's try if we can copy and paste something from the internet. Copy pasta.dev, and then let's search for Docker. All right, deploy and dockerize dockerize your Angular app. All right, so this one, this is the one that, yeah, this one is for production mode style of so, and then let's add the nginx nginx.conf or config, nginx.conf, right? All right, so there you go, our nginx. So this one here would be yeah, just install the latest. What is the package manager that we added here? This is 16, so yeah, this should be 16 also, or can be like 16. Not sure with the node version. What is the node version it can support? Node version to support Angular 16. 16 node is 16 to 18. So we want to use the 18. And right, so this one here will be replaced with this X app will be replaced with parking web. All right. And here, do we have an X app here? All right. All right. So let's go to our ECR, and then push our Angular app. Um, Go to the repositories, create a repository, public, parking web. Then for the parking web, do we have a provisioning here already? Yeah, so we want to copy all of this and put that here in the provisioning. So what we want to delete here is just this RDS, because we don't need to create RDS. This one we want to put this here. We want to remove the creation of the cluster. We want to remove the push image. We want to delete the readme. What else? So here, instead of parking web, you also wanna delete this one here, because this one is already automated. But here we want to, instead of BFF, that will be a parking web. For inside, all the parking BFF here will be replaced with parking web. Right, and we don't need the migrate command. Port CP container port 8080 log group. So this one we can prefix this with web, prefix web, maybe, or yeah, let's just, so this one work. And then Fargate, right, so provision. So for the provision, we want to change all of this, all the parking BFF here to parking web, and target group is put a web here. So for all this, we replace this with web. Yeah, just replace it with web. Listener, yeah, this one's already good. Parking, all here are parking web, parking service, parking web, parking web, parking web. All right. For the task definition, yeah, it's all good. All right, so let's try to provision this and let's see what will happen. But before that, we want to push. So let's go to our front end, parking web, then we should have the push, 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 build and push, put that also here. For the build and push, we are just going to replace this with parking web. All right. So I guess that's it. Let us PowerShell build and push. So it's going to push a Dockerized image of our Angular. Oh no, 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 no. Wait. Yeah, we still haven't put this one here. This should be the URL. Let's put this here in our Angular, in our environment. So this is the API. Yeah, this is the API. And can we cancel this, then build and push again? Alright, so that's it. Let's try to see if this will work. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, our update. Well, I'm not sure if our update. Yeah, we don't have an update functionality, but we have a create, get, and delete. So after we have the get, create, and delete, we will put the update functionality. But for now, let's just wait for this to finish pushing, and then let's see if we can perform CRUD operation to our API. So let's pause this video, and I will just enable this back once it's ready. Alright, so that got pushed, and then let's go to the provisioning and then PowerShell provision. So it will provision our Angular app. Oh hey, what's the point of this? Ding, 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 da, 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 da. Oh, all right, so it got provisioned. Let's go to our ECS. ECS in here. Right, so we got two running services. Let's go to the web, and then let's go to the load balancer. And do we need a load balancer for a web? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so let's go and run that parking web, and then let's go to the spots. Oh, no spots. Why isn't it going to spots? So spots. Alright, so yeah, I think this is um yeah, this is an issue. We should have a link here to go to spots. So yeah, we'll try to solve it later, but this one will just have a link here, go to spots. So this one, router link, go to spots, go to spots. Yeah, that is yeah, that's an issue. So let's go to parking, ngserve, yeah, ngserve port it's just for it's 4200. Yeah, just don't change that. Let it run. So let it cry, and I seen it all the rain. Let it go, and then the sun comes up tomorrow. Let it run, and I seen it all the pain. let it go. And if the sun comes up tomorrow, let it run. Alright, so it's now running. So let's go to 4200. Let's check. Go to spots. Oh, it's really like it's not going in. What's the error here? Service HTTP client. What's that? No provider for HTTP client. No provider for HTTP client. So I think, yeah, let's just put this here, HTTP client module. Alright, so let's build this again and let us PowerShell build push. And let's read it all the brain. Let it go. When the sun comes up tomorrow, let it rain. This is a public service announcement. This is our latest. Vacancy evacuation process. Oh, it's now running. So let us go to our service here and then let us update this. Update so that it will restart. Right, so just give it 5 minutes and then it will restart. I feel so alive for the very first time. Can't deny you. I feel so alive. Let's just go and visit that. Do we have a link here now? See. So seems like it's not the updated one. So it didn't restart. It should restart. Please restart. Please restart. Okay, so let's pause this and wait for it to restart. Right, seems like it doesn't really want to get restarted. Um, what we can do is to force this girl to restart. And let's delete the service. So let's check the service. The deletion of the task and the service. So what we can do is, where are we now? um, delete the task definition, copy, get the task definition, and then get the service. Alright, and then let's delete that. PowerShell, delete task and service. Alright, delete task and service. Delete service. And then what we can do is recreate the task and the service. And before that, we need the target group. Copy that and put that in here. And just in case if the creation of the task and task def and service fails, we want to update the service. This is the service name. So the service name is this one. Alright, so all the parking BFF. Alright, so change to this one. Day. Thank you, Day. Task def, yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. So the task group, yeah. Okay, so let us provision again, PowerShell, create service and task. Hope now it's still draining. So because it's still draining, we will attempt to create it. Create the service alone. So let's go here. Yeah, just create the service alone. Okay, so we got that running. Why is this the way? Is it that we have two? We have two BFF now. Damn. Delete that. So the create service, right? So create service. This should be 10. Yeah, this should be 10. Task definition here. Web, and this one would be 10. And this one is okay. So let's see if our Swagger is still running, because we might, yeah, we affected it. Damn. So it's okay. So it's just restarting. BFF is okay. So let's PowerShell create the service at PS1. It's still draining. So because it's still draining and we don't want to wait, let's put 11 here. And it should run. Alright, so 11 is now okay. I refresh this, it's still okay. Yep, it's still back. Web, pending. Big mama's charity warning, warning. Alright, it's now running. Refresh this. You should have a go to spot, then go to spot here. Alright, so why is this not showing us? Spot name available. What's wrong with our code? Let's go here. Go to spots. This one. Spot ID, spot name. It could be about the casing. So here. Response. Yeah, it's all small caps. Let's go with ask ChatGPT. Handle API response is in small caps, but my Angular model has a property model. The first character is capital letter. Okay, so the solution is just to map. Okay. Okay, just map. There's no magic tricks there. Let's just map it. Just pipe, then map, result equals to this one. It's going to be um, it's going to be a spot, and then no, not spot, just this one here. Or we will handle it in the service itself. So here, so pipe map result is any like that. Or just yeah map. So return return result that map item. So return ID equals to item that name. name is equals to item dot name, like that. And this should be it. So that should be it. So this one, what is this? ID name. Yeah. As spot. All right. Okay. So now let's push again. CD RDS to front end. Go to parking web and PowerShell build push. Alright, so again, let us in the provisioning, we want to delete the task and service because it doesn't want to listen to us anymore. Copy, put it here for the task definition. Where's the task definition? Task definition. So this is the task definition that we want to delete. Alright, then PowerShell delete task service. Right, and then in the create task service, we want to create a new service. This is service 20. Let's just put it 20. And the target group is still this target group here. Copy and put the target group in there. Still the same. And then let's provision. Provision create service task dev. Let's create that. Create the service, and then let's check services here. This is now 20. Check for it later. That should be done anytime soon. Hit it, all that pain. Alright, so that is running. Let's refresh this, go to spots, and yeah, we got, oh, why do we have spot 1 here? So we got ID, yeah, available slots, so you should have slots here, attempt dot slots, here's the slots, here also, yeah, you got it wrong, like that, damn. Okay, so let us, my mistake, let us build and push, and then clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Oh, delete, delete, delete. Delete the service, and then delete the test diff. Then PowerShell, delete test and service. And then create a test and service, but now the test name is web21. Alright, so create service and task, task 21, here, go to the service, go to task 21. Oh, it's not running. Refresh this, and then chaboom, chaboom. Alright, so we got that. Then we will add fourth spot 4. Then this one here is 800. Create. Great. We have a 4. What's this? why we have 401 or more validation errors occurred. Oh man, I'm tired. So one, create spot, and the request is name null and 800. So if we put null, so if it's a null, will it have an error? Okay, so we might not want to yeah, how do we delete the delete spot dot id, right? Something like that. Yeah, how to delete. Just change this to id name goes to spot dot name, then available slots is spot dot slots. Yeah, just do it like that, and then let us build and push, and then here we want to delete 21 and 20, 21 and 4. Let's go delete says 21 and 4. Then let's delete the service, and then create the new service. This will be 22, and then PowerShell creates service and task. Okay, so that should be now on its way. All right. Is it not running? Yeah, it's running. So let's refresh. What? Is this down? Why is it down? Why did it went down? So maybe in the test, right? We can like, can we set how many desired running instance we can have here? Task desired, one desired. Yeah, we should have changed that maybe to two. I don't know. Um, but eventually it will run. But I'm not sure why it restarted. So it should now be running. Both of the services should now be running. Alright, so here we can spot 5, 700. Great. Yep, and if we refresh, we now have spot 5, spot 6, 900. Refresh, spot 6, we will delete this. If we refresh, yeah, um, yeah, I'm so tired now, but the only lacking is to update, and maybe in the next video we're gonna handle that, but I'm so tired now. We will go somewhere. So yeah, that's it for now, and let's do some cleanup. Let's do some cleanup. So here in the cleanup, what we want to add here is the service 2022. Is it 22, right? 22. It's service 22 and 10. 10, 10 here. Yeah. Oh, the task def is 5. Oh, task def is 5, right? 5. So this one is the Angular one. Yeah. We wanna change this to parking. So we want to change all the parking BFF to parking web. All right, and for the load balancer, target of let's get the target group first. That one. We don't want to get the load balancer first. We'll delete the load balancer in the API once we get into the API. So we don't want to delete the load balancer here. All right, so let's do the cleanup. Um, delete the task, delete the service, delete the task definition, and delete the target group. Wasn't deleted. It's currently in use. Okay, so next is we want to clean up the backend side. Go to cleanup. So do we still have those information? Nope, we don't have. So let's go to the it's going to be the service is 10, still 10, and the task definition is 20, and for the target group we can, yeah, I think this will also not succeed, so we'll just delete them manually. Or we can try, let's go to the, yeah, that is it. Oh yeah, because this one here in the front and the cleanup here, the target group here should have a web, right? Yeah, it has a web, but yeah, it will just complain if it will not work. So let's go and delete that. Backend cd provisioning, cleanup, clean up the service, clean up the task definition, and it will error here because it doesn't exist, or oh, it deleted it. So let's go refresh this. No more task definition, no more services. We can now delete the cluster. Cluster is deleting. We can go to ECS, go to target group. We'll have 2 target groups here. Delete all of them. Go to load balancer. Delete the load balancer. Right, confirm. Delete. Currently in use by a listener. Who's listening? You. Target group 10 web. How about the load balancer? We don't have a load balancer now. We still have a load balancer. Let's delete this load balancer. Confirm. So it's now deleted. Go to target group. Then delete this as well. Delete. security groups. So two security groups, volumes, instances, no more cluster, no more task definition. What else? For the ECR, we are not paying for it, so it's okay to be there. It's public. Right, so that's it. Everything's clean up. We don't want disorder. We can leave it there. Alright, so that's it, guys. So in the next video, what else we want to do? Yeah, we might want to tackle that put, but yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just same as how we handle create. But if you have questions, I can also put a put there. Um, Next is we might want to go ahead with Cognito, how to implement Cognito, or maybe auth0 so that we can provide authentication to our API and our front end. So that's it. Thanks and bye bye.